This is day one for domain and range for your freshman orientation tutorials. This should be pretty simple for you guys, but I just want to clearly go over some concepts with you. Make sure you get the paper from the back table. So domain, what you need to know about domain is that domain is a set of x. Well, my spacebar doesn't work. A set of x values. So domain is a set of x values. And then range would then be a set of y values. Okay, so domain's x, range is y. Hopefully that sounds familiar to you. Okay, so here, example 1. Given f of x, that just means y, by the way. Given f of x equals 3x minus 8, what is the range, so what's y, when, and that d stands for domain, when the domain is 0, 4, and 6. Okay, this is really easy to do in the calculator. So you get your calculator, and we're going to hit y equals, and we're going to plug in 3x minus 8. So 3x minus 8. Good. And where can I go that gives me a set of x and y values? You're going to go to the table. So you hit second and then graph. And then you get a table. Okay? So this is what is the range when the domain is 0, 4, and 6. So when it's 0, the number is negative. See how it says 0 here? That's negative 8. So I'm going to put an R for range. Okay? And I'll even put this little guy. Negative 8, comma. And then I'm going to look when x is 4. So I scroll down to 4. And it is also 4. So 4, 4. So I'm going to put a 4 here. And then last but not least, we do the 6. So I'm going to go down to 6, and it says 10. Now, the thing to know about this is that we always need to put it from least to greatest. So, for example, if my answers were like 6, 0, negative 2, you'd have to reorder them from least to greatest. But this is already done. So easy peasy, that one's done. Okay? Number 2, this one's a little different. You can put a little star by it if you want to. What is the domain, so what's the x value of y equals 6x minus 8 when the range is 16? So now they're saying that the y value is 16. What's the x value? You technically can do this in the calculator for some of them, but for other ones, sometimes you can't. So I'm going to do it all for you by hand. So instead of y, we know that y is the range, right? And it says the range is 16. So I'm going to replace the y with 16, and then put equals, and then rewrite 6x minus 8. Okay? And then we'd solve it like any other function. So like I draw my line here, your x, we're going to get rid of the 8. So the opposite of subtracting 8 is adding 8. So if I can tab over real quick, I'm going to add 8 on both sides, on that side and on this side. And I can't draw a line straight up and down here, but I would if I could. The 8s would cross off. And then 16 plus 8, you could do it in your head or in the calculator, and that would be 24 equals, and then these 8s go away, so it's 6x. And then you would just divide by 6, okay? And if you do 24 divided by 6, you get x equals 4. So that would be your answer, x equals 4. And I got that because I divided by 6, 24 divided by 6 is 4. Okay? So be very careful if it's asking for the domain or if it's asking for the range. On this particular one, you could do it in the calculator. I'll show you why. I'll type in 6x minus 8. And I'm looking for where the y is 16. And if you look here, y is 16 right there, and x is 4. So that's also another way to do it. Here's the problem that kids come into trouble with, though. If that x value is a decimal or a fraction, the calculator won't help you at all. So sometimes the calculator will help you, sometimes it won't. So it's good to know the hand way. Alright, last one. What is the range of the function y equals 9x squared minus 4 when the domain is negative 3? So same thing, we're going to go to y equals and type it in. 9x, and the squared, guys, is right here. So squared. And then minus 4. And I'm going to go to the table. And it says, so what's the y value when the domain is negative 3? So when x is negative 3. So I go up to negative 3, and my x value is 77. So I'm just going to put range is 77. And that's it. Okay? Do the bottom two on your own, or bottom three on your own. Be very careful about what you're doing, and then show me when you're done. Good job, guys.